Hey all, it's Xenoxis. We're just gonna double check here. I mean, I was gonna double check, but maybe it's locked. Maybe it's function. Okay, so it was locked. Okay, so we're just gonna double check here the volume, because this is gonna be Vampire Survivors episode 3. Yeah, I know I have a lot of money in the game and stuff, that's because I have set it to 12 now in volume, which is pretty high, of course. This was just to check, and it seems high enough. That's good. I thought about having it in 10, but maybe that wouldn't be enough, because last time when I recorded, I think I had it set to audio volume like high. Now I have it only set to like 10,000 bitrate instead of like 15, because basically like it's 50 megabyte per second, and that's basically like 15,000 bitrate, but we can probably do it with 10,000 only. And hopefully it did install the DLC properly. I don't know what I need to have in volume there. Okay, so those are the languages. We're gonna do it in English, of course. Blast processing. Hopefully there's no requirements for like, I don't want to go in and check secrets. Maybe I should, maybe, I don't know. Because you can see only missing 2 here. So yeah, looking previously on coffins. There's this called Onye, which was new before. So there's the missing now, yeah, which is super expensive. So did it not install it properly, or is it not in yet? Let's just select one, because, you know, what is it? 6 is the normal max weapons. Yeah, 6 is the normal max weapons. Right, yeah, 6 is the normal max weapons. So let's just select one, because I'm just gonna see, okay, is the stage in yet? Yes, Mount Moonspell is in. Okay, so there's no new characters directly from the start. Let's see collection here. So there's one more stuff in the collection, obviously. Darkanos is probably just the same as before, with the unlocks, but we're not gonna focus on them, of course. Unlocks here. So, okay, so will they show the characters, by the way? Will they show, like, the new characters, what the unlocks for them are? Will it be at the very bottom then? Here, like, let's see here. If I open a coffin in Mount Moonspell, unlocks Myang. So I have 50 movement with Myang. Okay, evolve the Silver Wind. Unlocks Mania. So I have 50 movement with Mania and Moonspell. Evolve the 4 Seasons. Unlocks Kyoto. Evolve summon Babiona. Mirage Robe. Oh wow. McCoy. Yeah, Megalomania. Okay. Haha, very fun. Alex Megalocioto. Okay, so they have like find a Knight Sword. Evolve Knight Sword. Evolve the defeat the Orochimaru. Okay, so those are the things apparently. So who should we do it with first? Because I mean, yes, we could go and use be super OP with you selecting gains borrows. We could of course go with him, because Corey is pretty interesting. What's his speed? His speed is 30. Wait, what is? Okay, a power up. There's nothing new here, though. Okay, there's nothing new here. I haven't taken the curse points just because, you know, because I feel like your character needs to get strong enough before you want to like invest into that, technically, even though it is really good. So yeah, so you don't have any other secret characters from that yet. Yeah, missing noise is so expensive to unlock. Trouser is really good, by the way, with the eggs. So yeah. I thought there was some Christmas skin that came out, but maybe not. I know that there is a code for Christmas skins, you know, or Halloween skins pretty much. Yeah. This one is of course really good as well. But yeah, but games. But now let's do it with the score only because it kind of fits. Okay. That seems like really loud though. I don't know how loud that is gonna be actually. Okay. A little bit up, not too much. Yeah, sorry about this because, you know, I want to have so it doesn't lag just. Okay. Did I use WASD or did I use the regular buttons here in the corner when I played? I forgot. Because you can basically do this when you can just do it with the keyboard if you want to. With the matching zones. Enables critical. Yeah, 1+. Yeah, armor also fixes weapons damage and reflects enemy damage. Character gains bonus damage. Game killer, nope. Healing double, there's the weapons. I know that these weapons get 1+ amount. But it will give it to the ring even though it doesn't show up right. The main weapon. Because otherwise I'm just gonna go with Divine Bloodlines. Yeah, let's just go with Divine Bloodlines then. Okay, so you're here. I could just get some luck golden eggs immediately, but we're not going to because we don't know how much. Okay, so yeah, oops. Wait, let me check here. I'm actually gonna be using the mouse probably. Should I use WSD then instead? Alright, then I could have just started changing the sound here. Okay, so that's a new... Oh, so they already show the evolutions. So with that, it's that. With those, the elements, which I'm guessing is the 4 seasons then. Okay. One requires duplicate of one more cost. Okay, so... That's pretty interesting. Ah! Wait, open map. Okay, right. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so the bloody sword is over there. So do we want to go up immediately? I think we want to get the life region first, probably. You know. I forgot to check. I should have checked the time limit on the stage, though, honestly. I mean, we can just move into enemies. I forgot. Do we reroll or do we banish already? Because I think one of the thing to unlock the thing, right, is to banish 10 things, right? Banish the cat. Get the stupid cat out of here. Meow, 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 meow. So let's just go towards the Pomarola, which is of course the tomato. Right, so armor, because we have divine bloodlines, we want to have more armor. You know, black used straightforward pretty much. Right, so the way this guy works, I can explain it before, by the way. Oh, area. Yeah, let's get candelabra right away, because what did we need for the sword? Well, the sword doesn't show up here. So I'm guessing the sword is a bonus. There is supposed to also be a... Yeah, the question mark is up there. That's going to be the one of the characters. Now, hopefully it's 30 minutes, of course, on this stage. I do almost think that there should be more, to be honest. You know. Now, I know that this is not like hyper mode, so it's going to be like easy comparison. Okay, so that's a boss. Of course, makes perfect sense. King Babel. You know, normally you want, you know, to also get, you know, like the whole, you know, evolution stuff that. But it seems to be like there's a lot of stuff we can just pick up on this map. Now, normally, you know, of course, you would want to like make sure that you have everything first before you do stuff. Banish your opinion. I don't know if a blast processing mode, yeah. So the reason why I'm saving up a lot of money is because I know that defeating like the final boss in like the base game gives you a lot of money. Technically, the thing is that I haven't gone into endless mode. I think that's the only thing I need to do to make the machine thing appear again. Santa water, why not? Get some Santa water. I kind of forgot what some of the evolves are actually. I know I need it's a pomarola for the garlic, and then it is like, yeah, okay, so we need pomarola, we need a tractor, but tractor we can pick up. We could technically get the rune tracer because we didn't ban the rune tracer. Okay, and the pomarola is also for that, and the spinacci is for that. Okay, so now the question is, of course, like if we walk around too much, as I've said, well, technically it's less of an issue when you're not doing hyper mode, because of course enemies move slower. Of course, and that's the icon. I should just go with the icon. I shouldn't really be checking the map. So okay, so let's just get that tractor up already now, even though we can pick it up on the map. I don't know if we should start pick upping like the curse stuff. So how do we get in here? So I'm guessing we're gonna actually need to go inside because this is gonna be a building, it looks like. Yes? Oh, it is sweet. Okay, we're in the building. Ah, there's the boss. I'm big skeleton, I'm gonna eat you, nom nom nom. Oh no, big skeleton. Ho ho. Me totally swaggy. Okay, so yes. Should I try and kill the skeleton? I mean, skeleton boy. Okay. Okay, that could be really bad if you don't have the thing. Okay, base. I want to buff up the garlic here so we can have the field. Okay. Okay. Now, one thing to keep in mind, of course, is that I don't know if this stage has anything fixed to it. Like, you know, when you're making your very first run in the game, like with the first character, you know, of course, because you cannot have any character unlocked at the start unless you really use like codes. Because apparently there are codes for certain of the characters that you can use as well, you know, but yeah. I could be a cheapskate and just get the laurel, but we're not gonna do that. We will, of course, technically it is the laurel that we want, because it's the laurel together with the metal gear left, metal gear right that gives you the cloak. The bracelets, by the way, are really, really good. Oh, okay, I thought that guy was going to be stronger. But one thing to also know is that enemy scales. So that actually enemies do get tougher over time. So that's the Pomarola. The metal gear is pretty nearby. Those green ones here, those are the small ones. So those aren't like the big ones. Do we go and get Spinachi? I mean, technically, obviously, I hope that it would be like, okay, now you get surrounded by stuff. I definitely think that we do want to get like angel wings if we can. Because yeah, movement speed is -10 on this guy because this guy is big. This big chunky boy. And I mean, there are no wings on the map, so yeah. And supposedly this is the biggest map they've ever done. Now the question is, does that mean that, okay, there's gonna be like... So I'm really curious if there are like clovers naturally on the map, because it kind of looks like that's the case. Also, it doesn't look like there's too far the distance between certain things. Because that's the thing, on certain maps it's very, very bad with how like the placement is on certain things, you know, so yeah. Now I'm not gonna make it like too long the coordinate. Okay, so there's a building. So I'm guessing, yeah. Now it looks like, of course, that yes, we're gonna have to get the... We're probably like 100... Okay, so we cannot one-shot these yet. Which is pretty bad. There is, of course, a thing that's very important that I kinda have forgotten about a little bit. But that's the thing that reduces the cooldown. Because, yeah. Of course, keep in mind that if we see lightning ring, we need to take it, pretty much. Because just, you know... I want to kind of farm here now, just because, you know, there's a lot of ones now. Yeah, let's get the radius. Because the radius is gonna help so much when we're moving around. Oh, then we could get bracelets there, but nah. Because you want to get the what is it, the book? And the funny thing is here, right? When you look at what the icons look like. This is not what icons look like back in the day. I thought that the Spellbinder icon, the one that's next to the Bible, the King Bible, that icon was better and more easily identified before, I think. I also think that the greed icon is being like a mask. I'm guessing it's supposed to be kind of like a King Midas mask or something like that, but yeah. Now the question is though, what is the time limit on this stage? You know, I would almost feel like, okay, it's a bigger stage, have it to like be a longer time limit, you know, and stuff that. But I mean, like, hyper mode of course requires us to face a certain boss, apparently, to unlock. I mean, okay, so it is meant to technically be like a village then. Now we could, of course, pick up the... But I forgot which one is are the gold rings. Is it the gold and the... Because one of them works like a curse item. Now technically you can banish it at level 1 basically. Like the rings. But you need to have them like max leveled out in order to get the other thing. So yeah. Now I know that I don't remember if you need to get the special power-up. There is a certain power-up that you can get that allows you to basically... Well, technically it's kind of like a banish, but it's not really a banish. I forgot exactly how that works. Supposedly like a new power-up, if you banish 10 things, you can basically get more of certain things. Okay, so you can go on the river here. I thought... Like okay. Yeah, this music is pretty hype. Okay, so there's the guy. So they are right next to each other then. Okay, so they are right next to each other. Yes. Yes. That might have skewed us though. All things considered. No, but we have most of them now. Except for the duplicator ring there. But a lot of these things here can of course be gotten on the map now. Because, you know, we have all the stuff we can pick up on the map. So that's the thing to remember, that's really, really important. Now the main problem is, of course, if you get certain things too early, then that's like really, really bad. You know, of course at this point we wouldn't have evolved any weapon anyway, so we're still doing like good speed. Like normally you want to make sure that you like evolve your first weapon at level or at 10. Of course, if you're using not gain burrows, if you're using the other, like the dragon thing, main problem is, of course, is that I'm getting candelabro levels, even though I should have. Oh, the owners on this map, okay. That's the unholy. Oh, okay, so we can get it earlier. That's weird. So is that something that has been changed? So that's interesting. Okay, so now of course, if we're looking into weapons here, yes, we will be able to evolve the Santa water into. Is it Santa water that is Labora? I thought Labora was the egg. Should we go towards the character then? Right now. Technically there was a luck thing nearby also that we could probably get. Because usually, depending on the stage, of course, the thing is, you know, I thought about like making like a tier list. You know, let's get some spinach. Normally, like the thing you want to get with garlic, which people might not know that garlic has this function, but garlic is like a dot effect kinda, but like an area zone effect. But the thing is, if you have, for example, cooldown reduction, then that actually affects how often it will damage. Did we kill the red ghost already? Yes, we did. That red ghost didn't drop anything though. Normally, you know, whenever there's a new map, you want to like figure out stuff, you know. The thing is, for example, like when we did the chapel there, you know, if you remember in the previous one, what I did like really bad in the chapel, I of course was pretty stubborn with the weapons I wanted to go with. But it might be used that hyper mode on that stage is supposed to be a lot harder, you know, whatever, you know. Oh man. I really want to get Laurel though, in case, because what if the final boss is not death here, and that's the thing that you need to kill to like unlock something, right? Because if that is the case, we need to make sure that we do pick up the Laurel, and that if that's the case. Okay, so we're definitely going up the mountain. Yeah. There's the gold, by the way, the clover. The gold clover is normally what affects the, you know, the bonus. Oh, the plants. Now the question is, to this DLC, could they add like more stuff over time? Just to the DLC, like add patches for like the DLC that has more stuff specifically to the DLC, right? Now I know that probably a lot of people will get annoyed by that, like if they feel like they would have to get forced to get the DLC. A clock lancet. Because I mean, we could get clock lancet, but we're gonna focus on the stuff we have used first here. I definitely want to get the Muramasa blood sword, pretty much, because you know Muramasa is Pog in the Symphony of Night, so yeah. But yeah, the thing is actually that the lightning ring that we have actually levels up with us, but it will evolve basically if we would have get like the duplicate ring, but we would need to get the, oh man, we could get the rune tracer, but the rune tracer is kind of what can lag the game really badly. But yeah, what is our cooldown is only 5%, our duration is per 70%, might is 78, Speed is 30 with the bracer. Because the thing is, like, the bracer is like really good with King Bible because of the rotation speed and stuff that. Okay, so spinach. Oh man, bracelet again. Let's get more King Bibles now. Because if our zone gets good enough, then that does a lot. Purple. Oh, purple gives you something immediately what you get to choose. Oh, and that's okay. So, how to fire. So give 3+ reroll, skip balance, and gives 10% might and 8% cooldown for each active weapon slot empty, because that's the one that's like completely insane if you choose to only stick with one weapon. Special damaging, yeah, blood astronomy is really good, but sometimes it can be bad. Let's get the blood astronomia. Sometimes the blood astronomia can be insanely good, but the main problem is if the blood astronomia takes over, if it takes over the current field. Cross kind of looks a bit different there. So yeah. But yeah, but that's I think we're powerful enough now, so we can probably go to or sing, because I know that normally with certain characters you just rush wherever the coffin is. Of course, this would be insane, of course, if we eventually pick up one of those, you know, magnets on the stage. If there are magnets on the stage. I mean, it should be on all stages, right? The magnets. And we're 36, which seems good. Seems decent. Okay, that's the bad guy. Did we need to kill him to unlock him? Because if that's the case, then we can just do it now. Okay, that definitely looks like that could be Poe almost. Like any Poe. The thing is though... Oh man, I killed him off screen kinda. Maybe not. This will be upgraded Bible, I'm pretty certain. Let's listen to the whole thing instead. But this Unholy Whisper. Right, that's the name. Unholy Whisper. Evolved King Bible never ends. Oh, there we go. Okay, so is it inside the house? Nah. I mean, it depends on how large the house is. Please don't tell me it was inside the house and I need to go in. Nah, it's gonna be inside the house. I'm not taking that risk. Okay, so then it's like the green mask is over there. The Muramasa is over there, of course, obviously. Okay, so... Well, so we could technically get all the stuff that evolves the other stuff. So, yeah. Okay, it's gonna be in here. It's gonna have to be in here, right? Yeah, because it's... unhoused that leads to a house. Oh, and then we need to go to a gauntlet, okay, so... Let's defeat everything though, because hey, why not? Let's get the laurel then. Just because hey man, if we want to defeat whatever death is on this stage, that's gonna be really good. And we're also gonna see if the super annoying enemies are here as well. Okay, that guy didn't drop anything, so... Oh, so this is gonna be a labyrinth. Nah, it's just going here. Okay. What are you guarded by? You're guarded by the spider thing from Elden Ring. No, but that's an actual demon. That's an actual like yokai. That's called something. Oh wow, that's easy. Or the samurai guy, or the samurai girl. But the vampires in another cover. Thank you, scored only. Oh, Okay. Pog. Myung Moonspell. Jones the Survivors. Yes. Katana Rama. Okay, get that. Nice. We want to make sure we get the clock lancet also if we want to have an easier time to defeat whatever the final boss is. But the question is there an exit on the other side of the house? Oh yeah, there's the red ones. Now the red ones are interesting because you can make the red ones exist from letting enough enemies die in place. Then the blue ones collect together and become a red one. Now of course we could still, you know, see the thundering. You know. Now the thing is also, there is something that allows you to basically banish like on the screen. Orange, yes. This is the best one. All the monies. But technically if I would want to farm money on this map, you use big transfer always. Because big transfer is basically like, there's a guy that you're supposed to like to farm the golden eggs on. But the main problem with golden eggs is of course is that you can get too many and then your character can become too fast where you cannot pick up stuff, which is the main problem. But there is of course a way to sacrifice them by going on a certain stage. And then I think you can sacrifice 1,000 eggs at a time, which, you know, can be really good. But you can of course choose to not pick up eggs also, you know, and stuff like that. Okay, purple. Nice. I mean, I would really want to pick up the Muramasa, but probably not. Okay, that's an attractor that I think will be in the house. Is it in the house? No, probably not. No, yes, no. How big are you, Mr. House? Are you as big as the other one? Because if you are, then... Okay, the golden clover is gonna be... Okay, that I just activated it, okay. I didn't even see it. There's a really bad golden clover here, that was not a good timing. Okay, never mind. It was a pretty decent timing. The attractor orb is over here, somewhere. But yeah, but the mask is just a passive. Okay, there's the attractor over there. Some gaining to that seems not to be easy though. Okay. Clock lancet. Pomarola, okay. Of course, the main problem is this: we cannot get the wings at all. Okay. Okay, Labora. Yes, Labora. The thing is though that the sound can die if you use certain weapons. For whatever weird reason, it kinda did when I did the chapel at one point. So how do we get outside here, like? Like, do we need to go further up to do that? No, I'm guessing we got the attractor orb then, because it doesn't show up on the map anymore. Okay, there's a big skeleton dude there because it's the greed thing. I mean, we can just pick up the greed, right? Because the greed is... Yeah, it goes into that slot, it doesn't go into the final weapon slot. Okay, thank you. And one thing to also remember is if you have gotten a certain amount of level, then immediately when you pick up something, for example, if you have gotten like everything upgraded to maximum, that you have, and then you pick up something new. Of course, I will try and focus on those things right now, basically. Okay, this will be a shit ton of levels. Should be, depending on if you take from the entire map or not. Am I just blind though? Or no, we're not able to get out from here. So I'm pretty certain we have to go all the way outside to get to where that sword is, and to get to where the duplicator is, and then eventually to get to where the silver ring is, the gold ring and the 2 metalligos. The question is, do we have enough time to do all of this? Is the question. Clock Lancet. You could of course say that I haven't, because I basically just got the game and stuff, that it was a bit of an issue with getting it, just because, you know, I don't want to go into why, but yeah. Anyway, of course, there was actually on a sale, so those were like 10% off on it, so it was only worth like 1.79 euros instead of 1.99 euros, so yeah. Really, really good, you know. I mean, and honestly, I don't know how viable the thing would be, you know, with Resident Evil. As I said, you know, that would be like really, really cool. Okay, so that's a canyon. Can we go get... Okay, so we need to go up the mountain, I'm guessing, to get to that sword. Unless, of course, there's a hidden path here or something. How far north can we go here, though? Okay, I thought that thing was gonna block us there. Okay, that's just a dead end. But there you can see, just it becomes very easy. This guy is also very powerful with the whole health and stuff like that. But technically we do actually have curse. Because apparently the Omni power-up that you have technically gives you curse without showing that curse. Because the thing is, of course, that curse can get too strong even for like the super OP characters. Because eventually the enemies will move so fast that you won't be able to kill them quick enough. That's the main problem with the curse, that it increases the... Oh, finally lightning ring. But we won't be able to get Thunder Loop right. No, we need a duplicator for it, but we can pick up the duplicator. But that's good. I did it kinda in a good way. The question is, how do we start going up the mountain? Okay. This must be the path, correct? Yes, this is the path. Okay, so what? Oh, so it's only the lightning ring that can gain levels, the greed mask, and the clock lancet at this point, so that's actually pretty good. We need a duplicator though. Okay, so there's a cave here. Okay, interesting. Okay. Now hopefully it won't matter which side we go to here. So that it's not like, okay, this side leads to the... I mean, this could be, of course, a cursed blade. You know, because technically it is, right? Because it makes you bloodthirsty. So maybe our like health will drain or whatever. You know, I don't know. I'm guessing, you know, if you pick up this like early enough with certain character... Oh, everything is only now. But you know, did someone say Thunder Rings? Of course, they max out at a certain amount, but I believe also that this Thunder Ring doesn't affect the other Thunder Rings. But it will just be that you will... The thing is, if you get the book that like reduces weapon cooldown, you can just have so much so much basically like damage. Okay, the purple one was down there, damn it. It was gonna be the last card. I really like the fact that they made the chest look different for like the card and stuff like that. Now what card do we go for? Do we go for the health reading card? And this is starting to become a problem now here. I mean, every time we take damage, you know, they will do the thing. So yeah, so I mean, it's really becoming a problem to kill already. It's not fun. So the sword is here. We definitely want to get rid of big skeleton guy though before we pick it up. I have no idea how much damage he does to us. Okay, this is kind of good because... Okay, good. Pick up the sword. Dangerous cursed weapon retaliates, might steal hearts. Okay, so that doesn't show up. It slices, it dices. Okay, so we could technically go down from here. Okay, good. So I'm guessing we go to the right then to get to the other thing, to get to the duplicate ring. I'm hoping at least. Maybe not, but we can pick up the purple chest here. So I'm guessing we have to go to the cave to get to the thing. Senator Sanctuary. Reroll. Healing is doubled. Listed weapon pocket explode. Healing is double, okay. Can't. Because the healing is double also affects your Pomerola. So that 1.5 recovery is actually that's actually 3.0 right now. Damn, we're at 23 minutes already, so we need to hurry. I mean, we're not going to be able... I don't think we're going to be able to get to the things down there again. Unless, of course, this is a 40-minute map instead, as I said. Okay, so... Damn this cave system, man. Is it gonna be left here? Okay, good. I'm guessing this is the way, okay. But this is really cool with like a cave system like this, but... Okay, so that's not good. The thing is, we definitely want to like destroy whatever boss it is that they mean. Although I don't remember if we destroyed the bad boss or not, the one that's supposedly is a character. Okay, we did not miss it. The main problem is we have one revival though, which is good. Like, I definitely want to kind of freeze here. Yes, weapons fire one more projectile. This is a big, huge for the DPS here. Yes, because obviously more thunder strikes. The best thing is we can like kill the guy and get the chest. and Thunder Loop immediately, because it levels up one of the Thunder Rings. Yeah, technically I don't think that War Thunder Ring was already at max level, but yeah. Now technically though, that means that we cannot get any more of those though now. Yeah. Us taking damage is actually really good, because I think it's increased on max health, right? Yeah, 196. I mean, I don't think we're gonna have enough time. Maybe. Because, I mean, if we get a lot of levels towards the end... But it totally depends, of course, how easy certain things will be to get to. Let's take this path. Hopefully this leads to the silver ring. Okay, that's a big three-headed hydra. Okay, I'm guessing that's to indicate that thing is... I thought that was to indicate that was an unlockable or something. Just so we have only banished 2 things, which is a bit silly. Okay, so silver ring is gonna be here, correct? Yes, silver ring is here. We're a clock. No, but I wouldn't even bother with this here. But we are. That's just a little bit extra XP. Right. We have silver ring now. We need, of course, as you can see there, we need a gold ring to get the thing. Because the clock lancet is the thing that halves enemies' health each time it goes off. Basically it halves enemies' health, so eventually the enemy gets like 1 HP. And that's when it dies. You know, that's why you kill death so much quicker with it. Although you don't need it, technically you only need Metal Gear left, Metal Gear right. You of course need to be powerful enough to do it, because it's gonna spawn a death like every minute. You have access along the base area, that becomes bigger. The main problem it can also mean that the blood astronomia effect gets too big. You know, so yeah. The question is, can we get down from where we are? Or do we need to go like around? Okay, so we cannot go further there. This actually seems good of a map, right? Because it seems like, obviously, like this map has a limit to it, you know? I kinda wish that wings was like a power-up also, that you could find, you know, like a speed power-up. Okay, so wait. Oh man, we're probably gonna have to go all the way around, right? Let's just follow the road then. Okay, this is gonna be so much XP now. We're basically gonna max out everything here. Did I select limit break? No. Oh man. Do we take random each time? Random always, okay, good. Because we're limit breaking. This also means that these become like insane, like money now. Wow. Muramasa, okay, one night sword and critical hits. We also got the candy box. This is pretty insane though, if we want to be silly. Laroba, Song of Mana, I love the bracelet. So you could technically, if you keep getting candy boxes, like you can use it. It can be insane. I mean, there's no way we're gonna make it to all of the stuff that we need. Because we will need to basically get to Metal Go left, Metal Go right. And then level them up. The main problem is, of course, we need chests to level up the bracelet thing. Okay, that's a dead end. It's so hard to see. And this is hilarious, actually. Okay, well, that's already maxed out. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you definitely don't... You want to make sure that you go up there, being the last thing you do. Up the mountain, just because it's so hard to get down from the mountain once you like go up. And we definitely want to have a character that's quicker. But we're of course going to use the new character, you know. Oh, Metal Go left is here. Like, do we want to pick up Metal Go left, or what if it makes it too hard? Oh wow, the guy was there. I didn't even see him. Yeah, this is really bad. Frames! No, no, no. I couldn't move. I think I went into a wall or something like that. That's probably what happened. Please tell me that this is the thing that's an actual power up. Yes, health recovery. Yes, 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 it was the correct one. Which is correct, the left one is the power up thing. Okay, so we don't know where the mob is. We don't know where the mob is. That thing just basically one-shots us at this point. Is the main problem. Okay, it's over 30 minutes now. Wait, why the heck did death throw up and there were still enemies? Okay. Miang. Defeat the Orochimaru. Okay? Evolve the Night Sword. Wow, 50,000 gold coins. Okay. Per Night Sword. Okay. Look at the lightning rings. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty funny though. So power up. So yeah, so here, like maximum level reads, okay, banish. Because if we look here, if we're going to... It is a bit weird that they don't show up here in secrets though. Because I'm guessing this is used for base game, right? Yeah, because yeah. I know that there's a command input that you do, like it's down left, I think, or down right, or whatever it is. Or down something, and then you press enter when a certain death is on the screen. But one of them is also weird, because one of them is for the other ghost. Because there's two more ghosts. But there's one thing that doesn't show up here, which is the piano guy. But that one requires you to get Sigma first. Pretty much. But yeah, so we'll go in here now. We'll go in here. No, I can just go down to the bottom like this. Yeah, så var vi med Moonspell, that's unlocks the Silver Wind. Var the Silver Wind that unlocks Mania. So var 50 minutes with Mania Moonspell, unlocks the 4 seasons. All the 4 seasons that unlocks that character. Var the Summer Night. We all know. Var the Mirage Robe. Final Night Sword, yeah, the Night Sword. Var the Mille Bolle Bleu. Mania Moonspell and Xenoxis Moonspell, so they are like... So they're all like... Okay, so they become like super power forms then, or something like that. Yeah, so that unlocks Hyper Moonspell. But what I mean is it here you do it? I forgot, where is it that you do it? Where is it that you do it? No, it's not in unlocks. It's not in power-ups. It's definitely not in power-ups. I think it's in the collection. So what happens is when you get the what do you call it, when you do the thing that gives you the banish or extra banish things. Where is it? Let's see here. Banish them more weapons in a single run. Unlocks seal. That basically allows you to seal a weapon or seal something completely, and then you would go into, not into the unlocks here, but into the collection, and then you would be able to, for example, select like Santa Water and then just disable it completely. Then you're able to disable, like, if you get all the shards for it, I believe you can have 10 shards of it, so you can ban basically like 10 weapons or whatever it is, I think, when you get the maximum with the seal, because the seal is something that you need basically. So Young Moonspell, okay, so that's cheap, okay, good. Recovery also multiplies all healing sources. Over healing slightly increases max health. It's okay, so that's interesting. Select Myang then. Because hyper is movement speed plus 100, cold bonus plus 100%, and lack bonus plus. So without that it's plus 40 movement speed. So wait, is that guy that slow? It's good only. That's only minus 10% movement speed it shows there. But Myang is pretty fast. Myang is pretty fast by default with 30%. And it's not the 40% movement speed that certain other things have, but still. Okay, so we definitely want to do with Myang. Almost sounded like Ace Attorney music. But if we go with hyper mode already, is the question. Okay, let's test it. Okay, so that would affect the Muramasa and the Victory Sword. Okay, but that requires curse, of course, to be good. The healing is double, seems like a pretty good idea though. Yeah, the thing is that's so good with this is like all of these weapons basically reflect, so almost inflicts the rest of weapon damage, affects enemy damage, character gains bonus damage depending on missing health. Defeating enemies with retaliatory damage gives 0.5 plus max health. And it's cross, King Babel, Garlic. So yeah. Of course this is really good though. And the weapon gains 3 plus amount. So yeah, we could technically get a bunch of eggs if we want to, but we're not going to. Okay, so this weapon is weird. Okay, so it's like a security weapon, I'm guessing. Okay, so what do we need for the... Okay, so the Muramasa was with the greed, so we were lucky that we picked up the greed. I mean, not really lucky, we were going for everything. So we need the Pomarola to level this up. So let's just rush towards the Pomarola then. Bracelet. Because the bracelet basically evolves itself. I want to do it without garlic this time around though. But let's banish Ebony Wings. I want to kind of try and do a run where we banish 10 weapons, where we make sure that we banish 10. Okay, it fires 2 more projectiles. So these are kind of like homing in on enemies and they stay out, pretty much. Okay, this character is so much faster though. I mean, we need to remember that we need to get the laurel and the other thing. And that the left one is actually good to get, because the left one is the one that gives us the thing. And the silver ring was also the good one, so it's the silver ring and the left one always. Like the Metalgeo thing. Okay. That's really good. Now technically if you used one unlock everything, you could use like make it go like really quickly. Now hyper mode though doesn't increase like the speed right of the stage. I don't think it does. So yeah. I mean, we kind of know where to get certain other things now though. So we would definitely probably go with Metalgeo left. Now we might go for the curse things early, but that depends, you know. Like how long do we stay in certain areas, you know. I know we need to go like up, like towards the end, because we need the greed of course for the thing. But yeah. Of course one of them will require the candelabra, but the good thing is that everything that you need is on the map. Right, except for Spellbinder, correct? Yeah, Spellbinder is not on the map, so that's the only thing that's like, but that's for the bubbles. The Spellbinder thing. So yeah. Pog. I mean, this was the original course, which I said, why we're delaying like the Game of the Year video and stuff that. So yeah. And of course, one thing I could just go for is just banish a bunch of things, you know, every time, you know. But then, you know, if we miss out on too many levels with, you know, damage, then that could be really bad. Banish regular whip. Yes. Because duplicator, that, candelabra, the thing. The only thing we cannot get is the spellbinder here, of course, obviously. So we should go and get that now. The thing is though, if we get cursed too early, it could of course be bad. We know of course that we need the laurel, so if we see the laurel we should probably pick it up early. But the question is, do you go at the tractor? Because sometimes, you know, the tractor might seem like, yeah, we don't want to ban the thing there because, you know, because the things that you can pick up them on the map, you normally want to wait with picking up, you know. Okay, so recovery is already 1.9 with this. Banish the clover. Now the question is of course how long we, you know, how many banishes we decide to do. I really want to do the 10 banishes though, because if we can banish certain weapons like right from the get-go, and that's really, really good. No, wait, where did we see it? I thought we could see it on one of the things here. That it showed up here like, okay, like these are the weapons that are banned or whatever, you know. Because I think we banished 3 things so far. Main problem, as I said, if you banish something, you don't like get something when you level up, so... Okay, so there's 3 things banned so far. Okay. We ignore that for now because that thing will follow us. We might just go over and grab the spinachi. The main problem is picking up these things too early means that we need to make sure that we get like... But Laurel is a weapon. Laurel is a weapon. And Clock Lancet is a weapon. Now the thing is though, that is maxed out almost. It's hard to tell exactly where the Muramasa is in all of this, to be honest. Okay, so the gold ring is down here. Could have banned the crown. Okay, so the Muramasa has a really long range, or they're basically the Night Edge. You know, I mean, everyone knew it was gonna evolve into the Muramasa because it's a blood sword. Because I believe the myth is that the Muramasa became like bloodthirsty because of a demon or something like that, and it makes like the really kind of go insane. Okay, there's 2 more projectiles. We could, oh man, banish. That was better. Okay. Now we grab the spinach first, before we get the gold ring, I think. The main problem is, of course, is that you do need to level up the cursings, you know. But this should technically mean that we should be able to evolve already, right? And I don't know why they have changed that, or if it's just with certain characters. Because, you know, we were able to evolve way before like 10 minutes have happened before. So yeah. Okay, so that did not give us the thing. I thought there were 2 spinach on the level. Maybe it depends on the character. But let's go get the gold one then. Okay, there's the gold. With Lancet. So we need to get the Laurel no matter what. We need to Go ahead and get the lore. Oh, is it Ninja Turtles? Yeah, Silver Stage. I don't know how many things they could lack, because, you know, the question is like how close to certain other games can you get without getting like copyright issues, you know. Yeah, increase enemy speed, health and frequency. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Because I do think that our weapons will be powerful enough this time, hopefully. The main problem was, of course, yes, we saw towards the end there how hard it was for Oni to survive. But I mean, that's because we pretty much got one-shot by one of these rope fellas. The main problem is if we don't defeat the rope fellas quick enough, like, they are gonna get like super quick. Perfect time for banish though. Yeah. Now hopefully I don't ban like certain powerful things here though. Okay, so that's only the bracelet, okay. The thing is though, the bracelet is kind of the thing that shoots fireworks, kinda. Basically the bracelet is kind of a bit like a rocket launcher, so they technically got what they would need to do, like a nemesis in this game, but yeah. Let's actually go towards the next thing now. Because we know we need a greed, of course, to upgrade the Muramasa. We need a greed for that. And of course I want to make sure that we get everything. So there's what, +5 banishes there, so we're not gonna have enough banishes, I don't think. So technically I don't think we're gonna be able to do the 10 banishes, maybe. Yeah. My problem is we don't have the laurel yet. But the thing is, if we banish enough stuff, we're probably gonna get the laurel pretty easily to show up. That's the awesome bonus thing, you know. You get the damage. How high is our recovery is 2.0 now. Because I do think the health regen is very important, you know. Okay, so that's the... Okay, that's that level up maximum. So I don't know why the other thing could evolve already at that point. Maybe it was that the chest was special or something like that. Yes. Because, I mean, certain stats are easier to... Like, certain stats are affected more by the egg. The main problem, I believe, is that movement speed is affected like 1.0. Banish, 5 left. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things banished. Okay, that banishes the pentagram. Now I hope I haven't banished anything that's like actually like really good to get. You know, which would be a problem. The weird thing is, last time, right, we only saw Hollow Heart I think once. Last time, right, which was a bit weird. Yeah, basically like all the war weapons are maxed out now, so that's why we definitely want to pick up a weapon soon. Ooh. Well, I didn't think they could just show up like that. Okay, so let's think here really. Laurel, of course, definitely. I mean, that's so good actually, because then you can just, you know, I don't know how common the candy box is though. Of course, we don't want to wait too long here, I don't think, with picking up certain things. Now the main problem is of course if we pick up too many things, then of course certain things become harder, you know, and stuff like that, because if our damage are lacking at certain points, then we're just gonna lose. The main problem is that will immediately gives our, because technically if we get the laurel and we just focus on leveling that up and then immediately focus on the red ones, the main problem is, if we take the Tirgisu now, yeah, the shitty thing. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. We haven't screwed ourselves though, because the Tirgisu is not a weapon, of course. And we can pick up all the other things that we need, right? Because we can pick up the greed thing, we can pick up the duplicator, we can pick up the candelabra door. You can actually even pick up things that you have banished, I believe. I'm pretty certain that you can do that actually, that you can banish something and then pick it up anyway. We could banish Bento Sacro later, but we're not. Okay, now we have the bee bracelet. What is that? One of the eggs. Yeah, you're seeing now that they're surviving a lot, but that's because of curse. It says only 5%, but it's actually more curse than that, because one of the runes give you curse. Increase enemy speed and health. Pete's gone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The question is, it's only banning 10 things, right? It's not like banishing like 10 weapons specifically, right? Because you can of course banish passives. Laurel. I mean, we wanna abuse here the thing. The main problem though, if we use up our banishes now, and we for example get a lot of the curse things, then that could be really bad. I don't want to ban garlic like just in case, you know. Spinach. I mean, I know what weapons are powerful. Banish the damn cat. The main problem is I do think there are some powerful things we have banned. A game killer, disc of gold, list of projectile weapons. That thing we don't want, because that thing is going to make it too hard. Have a chance to freeze enemies. That's one of the bracelets, but it's not a good one. Reroll. We take slash. Yes, we take slash. Now slash doesn't affect us right away now because we don't have one of the things yet. Oh man, we could get the Song of Mana here. We banish Nutracer though, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the final banish. That's the final banish. We need of course to get the Clock Lancet. Alright, I thought that I couldn't go into that. Lol. Yeah. You basically just want to farm here now instead of like going long distances. Now that we have these easy enemies here. Laurel. Okay, so we're almost level 50 already. Oh, there's the big magic, dude. The main problem is certain things you don't want to pick up like too early. Because but we want to make sure that we get Clock Lancet, and then it doesn't really matter after that. Even the war weapons aren't that great that we have. But technically we could pick up the green mask and all the other stuff, because all of them are like passives, right? None of them are like weapons. But am I doing the wrong thing by doing this? Let's get the laurel there. I think this is correct, right? Yes. Because this should be guaranteed, right? To be Muramasa, right? If we do this correctly, I think. And then all the things that are left, I think, are on the mountain, right? Yeah, all the things that are left are on the mountain, I think. Right, like the duplicator, the candelabra, the attract orb thing. Really want to destroy Mr. Big Skeleton guy though. Good. Muramasa? No? Okay, so why isn't that? It might be that you actually agree and need to get the green mask up to max level, although you shouldn't really need it. I know that, of course, for like, for example, if you're having like the laurel, or you have like the clock lancet, you need to get like both of the things to like max level. Pretty much. Main problem is, of course, that we need to be powerful enough so we can actually get the yeah, because last time I'm pretty certain our greed was a max level actually when we got the thing. Illustrating how powerful this has been actually. All things considered, like we're not having like that many weapons. We're technically only having this like the bracelet stuff. And the bracelet of course is way more rare to see the levels for. So but we go to the left first, right? I didn't realize they would start coming already. Oh hey, that thing actually follows you, that's actually really good. I didn't know if it was gonna follow us or not. You can see how much it does though to not having that field, you know, and stuff that's just a big deal. This is normally where the... I do think, however, that if we get the... I won't actually get the chest now. The King Bible would be good though, if I would have picked up, but I really want to pick up the Clock Lancet. I'm pretty certain that we did not ban the Clock Lancet. Oh, no, that was the right one, I think. No, it only shows one level on that thing, so I think that that was the good one, not the one that gives us more curse. But because curse is still showing up at 5%, even though that's technically wrong. Okay, be based it. So we banned the ebony wings, we banned the regular wings, we banned both of the guns, we banned the clover, we banned the whip, we banned the shadow pinion thing, the Commission gun, we banned the pentagram, we banned the gatto, and we banned the rune tracer. So yeah, it's the mask. Now I think it's safe to go in. There's a lot of comebacks for whatever reason. Okay, so we need 2 more levels for the greed. I only have 2 of the cards so far. Now one thing could of course be to get the money thing. Because we already have the... Wait, did we pick up the double healing? Did we start with that? Because otherwise the double healing is used. These characters seem like it's going to be able to get a lot of healing. Stuff that, so that could be like insanely good. So yeah, that's the left one. Health recovery increased by per second. Max health. So max health is pretty ridiculous right now. Is Laura maxed out? Laura is maxed out. It is a bit scary when it kind of almost like freezes like that. So wait, so this will... Yeah, this did lead out last time. So we can pick up all the things. That was scary though. So we have 3+ revivals. Ah! Okay, this is actually pretty good. I'm guessing these are technically kappas. I'm gonna drink some normal water. So yeah. Keep in mind that once Metalgus are upright, once Metalgus are fully leveled, we can technically get the thing. We still haven't seen Clock Lancet, of course, which, you know, is a bit bad. Technically, I don't know where the trigger is for that. I mean, it's technically on the ice near the thing. Okay, that's a... Ooh. I mean, that would give us the scythe. Why is the knife not showing? The like the evo, because I know that I've evolved the knife many times. Okay, you need a bracer with it, although maybe a bracer cannot show up on this map. But that is why. mean, I know the axe is really good, but I want to get that thing, the Pomerole, because that means less things can show up. Okay. Okay, finally. Yeah, so we definitely needed to max out Pomerole first. That's completely new. That's not how the game worked before. Right? But it might be new for these weapons then. Yeah, so that means that we need to get greed to maximum before we will get the other thing. Yeah. Now technically this should be good, depending on how much XP we left laying around. Candelabra. Because I mean we can pick up the silver ring at any time at this point. Because that's gonna be like the base area up. But I think we're gonna wait a bit with taking it up, so that we can almost guarantee that we get certain other things up first. Now we could hope, of course, to get lucky and get the... Well, lucky is only 40% though. Yeah, or plus 40%. Technically though, there are a bunch of clovers we could have picked up. We do also have the cross, which of course is really good if we can pick up at some point. Metallurgy left. And then we have one more level on Metallurgy left. But the thing is, we don't want to start getting the curses until we have... we probably need a Muramasa first, until we start picking up more of the curses. I mean, we could get lucky here. Nope, Attract Orb. I mean, Attract Orb is pretty good, of course. Now let's get the thing now. POGGERS, dude. I wonder how many people at Vampire Survivor fans are gonna see that today. Like people are not like doing like recording of the DLC. You know, I do think that there's a lot. Oh wow. Oh, man. Wait, how many weapons are left that we technically could get here? How many weapons are left that we have banned? We banned the whip. We banned both the birds. We banned the pentagram. That's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with both the guns. 7 with the Shadow Pinion. 8 with the Gato. Did we ban one of the special? We banned Rune Tracer, I know that. We did not ban Garlic. Did we ban one of the upgraded whips is the question. Because, I mean, okay, we really want Clock Lancet so we can have the health and stuff like that, but yeah. Now the thing is, of course, we can also still, you know, level up the Clock Lance or whatever. There is technically also there's a clove over here. Of course, it's gonna be good. If we can get to it. These do give XP, right? Yes. So that's 50%. Because my luck gives us a chance to have more options. Okay, so that's the purple. I really want to pick that up though. Because that's going to be the final card. This is the final card. So that's how to fire. Yeah, gives 3+ rerolls and skip and banish. I I mean, it can be worth to pick up because of that, right? Bloodthirsty, damaging zones. Reroll. Wicked season, we don't want disco gold. Game kill, we don't want yellow crystal. You guys got disco gold then. So we can restore health with gold. Okay, so now all of a sudden it becomes insanely powerful. Because now we're gonna be able to level up with now we're gonna be able to level up the. Now we're gonna be able to get the Muramasa from my chest. These feel so slow now. So what's our health? Recovery is 3.2. Clock lancet finally. It doesn't really matter what our final thing is now though. Although we're gonna want levels in clock lancet here. I don't want to pick up that thing too early though, the whole attract orb thing here. That ghost can be a chest, right? Hopefully it is. Because that's the main problem, right? Are we gonna have enough chests left? Okay, so that's upgraded Muramasa. And on that sword, enables critical hits and combo finish, it drains health. Wow, that's a big heal. But the question is, how quickly does it drain health? That's the question. I mean, it does heal us. It's like blood healing. Yeah, so Metallgear left is completely finished. Once we finish Metallgear right, we can get the cloak. And once we finish the bracelet thing, okay, this is insane. Hopefully, I mean 10,000 bitrate is enough, hopefully. Yeah, it's set to 15 before. Like basically for 15 megabyte per second, that's like 15,000 bitrate. The thing is, of course, the bracelet is so good because the bracelet, as you can see, it shows bracelet plus regular bracelet, but it's technically that the bracelet becomes the double bracelet, and then it becomes the triple bracelet. And the triple bracelet, by the way, is pretty insane once it becomes that. There was a run I did when the bracelet were basically carrying. Yeah, you definitely don't want like stuff like the fire one now. Like, I know what stuff is powerful, you know, and stuff that, like, you know, that whole thing with who the magic mood is so strong, but it's just like, it depends on the level, like, of course. Did we pass it? Yes. We're kind of going down from the mountain now, which might actually be better, all things considered. Yeah, we're leveling up the rings now also what we can, because the curse is only 10%. Now, of course, we might not be able to get it this round either, for whatever weird reason. Because the main problem is we're not killing fast enough. That's the main problem, right? Like, if we would kill faster, then... Oh man, so now it's like... We could get X because that could evolve. It's interesting to see that the cherry bomb is actually showing up here. I know that we could level up the axe. This can become Heaven Sword. But we don't have the Evo for that. Because Cross needs Clover. But then what is it that Song of Mana would have needed? Song of Mana would have needed a Curse Skull, okay. But I do think the Song of Mana is going to be good because of the vertical movement, like moving up and down on this stage. Because the Song of Mana, of course, gets affected by the candelabra as well. And it was also one of the things that... Okay, so... yeah, definitely that, to make the base area bigger. So candelabra is maxed out. Attack Orb has 2 more levels. Yeah. Our recovery is 3.3 now. But did that mean that our recovery went down? No. I mean, our max set is 530 now. Ooh. Yes. The Buy Bracelet. But the Buy Bracelet has 1 more level. It has 6 levels. I think it's form of the bracelet, right? It has 6 levels. So it's 6, 6, 12. And then like the final Tri Bracelet has... So I forgot how many the final bracelet had, if it's also 6. Because yeah. Oh yeah, the Song of Mana really helps, it feels like. What is the Hydra thing? Well, it's way more heads than Hydra. That thing actually looks really cool, by the way. It looks like a Zelda boss. And imagine, right, if they had like the license for like Zelda stuff. You know, like inspired by like the Zelda map, you know, and then stuff like who get bombs. Although technically you have shared bombs already, but still, you know. Because we technically don't have something that 5 bows yet. You know. That scared the shit out of me. That volume there, that was so loud. Okay, that's good. Although Curse is pretty bad now. Curse is 15%, so yeah. Of course that means that we will be gaining levels quicker now. We are only at 60 though. So yeah. Ooh. The thing is that the clock lenses is so good at this point. But it's weird that we haven't seen the cooldown thing on the book. Because you have to realize the more cooldown of the book you get, if you get enough cooldown with the book, for example, yeah, funny thing is we're not gonna get to limit break at all. No, that's the thing, like if we... Okay, so we need... I don't know why we aren't getting the Metal Gear right more often. Because we need to finish out the Metal Gear right. Because if we don't finish out the Metal Gear right, we won't be able to get the cloak. Although we are getting a few levels for the rings, which are, you know, good and everything, but, you know, I understand, like, we need levels for, like, the damage as well. Like, is there anything good we can pick up? There's another, like, Clover we could pick up. There is an Attract Orb also. Okay, so that's that. Now the main thing, of course, is once our levels start going like really fast, you know, there are going to be so many stuff we're going to be able to get here. There's a big ghost. I don't remember seeing that ghost before at all. It kind of seems like depending on the area you're in, you get like different enemies. Kind of almost. Or maybe it's different on hyper mode, what enemies you get. You're definitely going to get the... Here, there we go, that's a 3 bracelet. Fires 3 projectiles, and that has 6 more levels. So that's like 6, 12, 18. Yeah, 18. So it's basically like 18 levels on all of the bracelet. But once the bracelet like triple fires, then it's really good. And the thing is, if you get like... Okay. That was insane. Whatever that was. I think that was a cross. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that that was a cross that happened to become on the ground. Because, I mean, sometimes enemies can drop the cross, by the way. I think it's affected by luck or whatever it is. But let's just level up the clock lancet just so we can get rid of the clock lancet showing up there. Of course, we have 20% curse now. And we have 3 levels of that. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more for that. And then it's only the rings. Yeah. Main problem, of course, is we need clock lancet levels if we want to get the powerful ring. The whatever you call it, I forgot the name of it. The main problem is, of course, the enemies are going to get quick, as you can see already. Which is the main problem, because they're just going to rush us, and then we're not going to be able to have certain things happen. We do have, of course, a lot of revives, which is good, you know, of course. But yeah, we're gonna have to be a bit smart about it here, how we move. And sometimes just standing still is like really, really bad to do, by the way. Okay, so that's that maxed out. Okay, that was a bad spot to stop at. And making the effect last longer, we mean, of course, that our Song of Mana will last longer. Although, yeah, the main problem is that we don't have enough evolved weapons. But, you know, the more we have, for example, the Clock Lancet, which I believe the Clock Lancet will actually get affected by... The main thing, though, is that our health regen is very high. I'm getting the bi-bracelet. I'm getting a tri-bracelet now. Is this going to be enough time though to get... I mean, I'm pretty certain that we're not going to be able to pick up a chest here. Because I know that we're technically... I mean, we could still clutch it out here. Base area, because that's gonna make our things hit bigger. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see another chest. And here comes death. See, using the... Come on, we have one more revive. Okay, he's frozen, he's frozen, he's frozen, he's frozen, he's frozen. He's frozen, he's frozen, dance around him, come on. Yeah. We could of course hope that he would have gotten stuck somewhere. Okay, so banish 10 or more weapons in a single run. That unlocks the seals. So I have 15 minutes with me and Moonspell, unlock Silverwind and Emerald Silverwind. Okay, so what did the most? Muramasa did 2.6 million. Fist of Winds did 2.1, 1.2 million from bi-bracelet. Song of Mana only did that. But the highest DPS was still Muramasa. Who's still highest DPS? Festive Winds is probably because we got it way too late. But yeah. 3 unlocks. Level reach 80. Yeah, it wasn't that good. Okay, so okay, so seal allowed to banish an item from level up choices or a pickup from light, yeah, used in the collection menu. But that cost 15,536 for each level, which is pretty bad. But so basically, yeah, they say in the collection. So I'm guessing you could technically, like, you could banish like wait, so does that mean that you can banish these things as well? So you could banish like floor chicken, you could banish like rosary. Because yeah, you can see 7 times permanent. Permanent allows you to disable all reapers and fight endlessly. Permanent allows access to the harder version of the sub, which is the inverse stages. So that's 23,000. Become stronger and invisible for a fixed interval after defeating a large amount of enemies. So that's many a Moonspell. And I'm guessing the requirement for many is to because see, I've tried to like move this down sometime, but that is just weird. And you could just do this, like you just hold down those buttons, but the quickest way is just to do kind of this with the mouse. But I kind of wish there would be a quicker way to just reach the bottom and stuff that, like, it's weird, like trying to be like, okay, so survive 50 minutes with minimum spell, that's unlocked the 4 seasons, that's a weapon. Look, Silver Wind, all the 4 seasons. So, okay, so that's unlocks the 4 seasons. All the 4 seasons, that unlocks you to, and survive 50 minutes with you, so it unlocks Summon Night. And above the Summon Night, that's like, Kiss the Babiona, and then survive 50 minutes with Babiona, unlocks Mirage Robe, Mirage Robe, Makoi Omni, 108 Baka. I'm guessing that's his weapon. Probably, yeah. Defeat 10,000 enemies in a single run. Or 100,000 enemies in a single run with many Moonspell. With Seoto Moonspell. And okay, that's Seoto. So I'm guessing these those are meant to be like super powerful characters. Orochimaru, okay, that's what it's called. Defeat 6,000 Kappa and that unlocks Skav et Oni. Okay, so okay. Big Oni, Thunder Oni, Windy Oni. So I mean, technically they could make more, but then they would have to have some sort of wind weapon for that, because this is the one with the lightning ring, of course, obviously. Yes, Sugi or Tengu. Ryu, which is basically like a Thundercat. That's like the Wind Devil. Or I'm guessing maybe Dust Devil, no. The Kappa. Okay, so that's something off the Golden Bat. Yeah, that's like the final boss from the base game. I'm pretty certain that would go there. Because it's not the normal end boss. So yeah, that's the Night Sword. Dangerous Cursed Weapon retaliates, might steal hearts. Weakens enemy defenses, defeat enemies, might top hearts. Okay. Okay, so that one has less Moonspell. But wait, power up, I'm only got 3 into this, into those. And then let's see how it works here. Oh! Cannot be sealed, okay. Alright, so you can seal. Wait, you can... Okay, those cannot be sealed. Oh. Yeah, because the mouse wheel is really bad. I want to scroll that. Yeah, that's a super candy box Turbo 2. Give the candy box a lot to choose among a selection of advanced weapons. That's basically like evolved weapons. So I could technically use like insta-ban the Gato from everything. Boom. So you can see that you can like see things on the menu. And eventually it's like, how many is it? Because it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 bands that you will be able to get, which of course is pretty insane because you'll be able to curate a build and make it like make it super easy, you know, to get things. Okay, so let's go to menu. Do we do another hyper run? Yes. I mean, I could do an endless run. And we could just see how long we could survive. But what would be the point then with evolving the thing? Because you do that specifically to deal with death, right? Okay, let's get the beginning plus there. Okay. Okay, so that kind of deals a lot of damage, it seems. Well, we have 18 banishes now. Okay, so it gives you more banishes also, seemingly. So let's just go with that sword because Muramasa has shown that it can do a lot of damage. So we need candelabra door and we need spinach. Let's go and get candelabra door first then. Why not? So this is supposed to be one of the like super powerful characters, I'm guessing. It's interesting, the ghosts. Holy clock, that's okay. I mean, why not? Because we need it again, as I said, we need clock lancet with those two. I don't want to like banish like things too often, as I said, and stuff like that. But yeah, the main problem is we don't know how much all of the other characters are going to cost, so that's something, you know, to keep in mind. This character, however, has very low max health. I need to remember that, which probably means that armor is going to be important on this guy. 100% like. Okay. We know we're pretty slow, so we're gonna get wings. Okay, base area up. So I mean, if we can make this thing huge. Okay, so see, that was 2 of those right away. Or the spinach. It seems weird. Was it? Oh shit. Maybe we had already picked up spinach before that, that's why only 1 spinach showed up there. What's our default? Your default recovery is not that good. We are just bad. Okay, I definitely think we want to get the Pomerola though. Why are we triggering that all the time? Is it going over the fields that triggers it, or is it because of the boss? Max health. We're gonna get some things we would normally not get, of course. Obviously. Now, I think it's, of course, also one thing to remember is, of course, we didn't spend a long time there in the beginning that we did last time, which is very important, of course. Okay, so this weapon is a bit way too random. Okay, so it makes us like super powerful when certain things happen. Okay, the moment we plus 100 might plus 100 cooldown minus 35. Look, growth. Okay, curse, it gives us a shit ton of curse though when that happens. But how long does this super powerful state last? Like, how long does this mega power last? Is the question. Because they say okay after a certain amount of kills. But is it kills within a short period of time then? I mean, I want to get more max health. Just because our max health is really bad. And that's why getting the Pomerola and the right thing is also very, very good probably. Okay, now we become normal again. And then the curse stops off. The question is there any place where we can technically grind the kappas is the question. You know, will there be a place where you can grind it? The thing is, technically everything we need will be on the map. Except for Spellbind, but that would be if we get the art bubbles. Oh wow, this thing seems to proc really easily. And it's the same amount every time. And I mean, it is very, very insane. Oh, Laura. That's good. That's very, very important. This early. I mean, we don't need to pick up Canela, bro. We need to think about that, you know. Let's go and pick up, because there's double hearts apparently. Maybe it's dependent on the character you use. We could go garlic. I mean, garlic is probably not a bad idea on this character. I would definitely want to get armor if we see armor show up. Because, I mean, I feel like garlic would just help so much right now. because of the way it's firing. Come on, we need to defeat that. Please. We could have got an armor there, but nice. Wings, good. Yeah, so now we are maxed out on health down 265. But the left one, the left metal goose is gonna be really, really good as well. But I don't want to pick that up until we get the armor, because then I'm at the maximum of the slots at that point. I think the main problem last time was that we chose the bar bracelet, or bracelet thing, because that had way too many levels for it. And I think we picked up the curse items too early, probably, as well. And that we just didn't have enough good weapons. It seems though that this character's weapon, whenever it evolves, it's probably gonna be insane. And of course, the thing on this stage also seems to be that there is just so many good, like, passives on the ground. Like, it's not the best passives, obviously, but still. The question is though, how often are we gonna get, like, you know... I know I'm talking a bit all over the place, but, you know... How much is the clock in real life now? It is 21, I think. 21. At 22:00 basically, it's like 2 hours from like midnight and stuff that, so important to remember. But yeah. Yeah, we're constantly keeping the health really, really low, which is, I know, is bad. You know. I mean, I really want to pick up the Metalgo thing. Because I know that the chicken is gonna be here on the... I thought the chicken was on this side. But wait, you cannot get in there anyway, right? Because this... No, it requires you to go to the... You cannot go to the garden, god damn it. You know. But there is luck over here. It's technically lucky that we can pick up over here. Okay, so we got 2+ survival. The weapons aren't really accurate at this point, which is a bit bad. I definitely want to get the armor though. Even though technically, like, the armor doesn't do much. You know. Now technically we should actually use the rush towards the greed location otherwise. Man, that's so important. Is that basically like a pentagram effect that happens then when you power up? Because I mean, this is like pretty interesting gameplay, right? Because yeah, it makes you like super powerful for a short like period of time. Finally, we got a bit of a turkey. There we go. Finally, now we're gonna get a balance of levels probably. Oh man, I really want to pick that up though now. Let's get the stone mask. That's all. Oh no, I picked up the greed, so now I cannot get the... Now we cannot get the other thing. I don't know if level 30 at 9 minutes is good. Or good enough, so to speak. But as I said, Metal Goo left would be really important because that's the like the... Because this thing gives you, what was it, like... Was it 5% max health every time, right? Right, and it has like 9 levels. Now if it's 10% each time, then that would mean that it's like 90% extra max life. And then of course if you get the Hollow Heart, as I've said, then that means a lot. But the main problem is of course, as I've said, like leveling up quick, you know, is the main problem really. Because we need a candelabra door to get the thing. I could technically also go with that staff thing again, because that staff thing was not too bad because apparently it lowers defense. Now the question is like how much does lower the defense, you know? The fact that we have no curse though is pretty good. That might have been too early to pick up one up, but maybe not. Nice sword. Reroll. Look, glance it. Just diving the chest there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Okay, wow, there's a bunch of... There we go. Okay, so that's maxed. No, that's not maxed on that yet, so we'll get 50 and 60%. But then of course that means that when we get the thing, unless there's a maximum cap on how high our stats can go when it goes into the Super Saiyajin Blue, when it goes into Super Saiyajin Blue form. But this is now when you really want to level up, when it's all of the snakes. I forgot what the snake was called, right? Because the snakes were in Zelda 1, right, as well. Oh wow. Okay, good. And they give us the card. Okay, slash will affect our Muramasa. That would affect Bible, Lightning Ring. Yeah, let's get the Blood Astronomia. The thing is now, of course, it's gonna be pretty pog here. Yes. Okay, so it still maxes out the movement speed 100% when it goes into this form. Even if I increase... No, okay, 110% there. Which is weird because we got 100% before. But maybe it happened now because I, you know, got the level at the correct time or whatever. I mean, we could grind here for a while. Because, I mean, we need to grab when it's these weaker enemies. This is a weird version of Blood as an now when you don't have the field weapon. Then they can appear a bit all over the place. So technically you get like a bloodthirsty field around yourself. You're supposed to cause the laurel. I mean, this is pretty insane because it gives you almost like 300% might. It will give us 290%, I think. Almost 300 when we get the next level spinach. Yeah, we should probably advance now. I mean, duplicate is probably going to be really insane with this, by the way. Just because of more projectiles. I have to recover is pretty good, but not like super good yet. Okay, we have 2 revivals left. That was a bad choice. Where are we technically? Okay, we are there, okay. So if we go straight up, that will be to attract orb. Wait. Oh, it won't be here. I mean, we could probably gain a bunch of levels from that thing. If we see garlic, I might want to take up garlic actually. Wait, so technically we want to go down here. Right, okay. And then we have the cave system. And we go here to get the candelabra. Door. Thank you. And then we need to go up here to get to the... Right. He's beginning to believe. Excuse me, coming through. Okay, that's actually very good. But this is a bit scary. Okay, come on, we left so much XP behind before. Okay, spinach definitely a laurel. I want to get actually a ton of laurel levels now so we can have the... Oh, nice. Oh man, this could be Pog here. Come on, Pog! Pog? Oh, Pog. That's actually pretty good. I mean, we're not making that much money yet from this. Oh, Silver Wind. Yes. Because I feel like the Silver Wind, we probably should have picked that up earlier. You know, I don't know if it's like, if there's like one character that, I'm guessing like the Ghost are technically strong enough, like even though my problem with the Ghost, right, is that the weapons aren't working the way they should. Like they made the birds like really super inaccurate. The Ghosts are really bad because of that, but the Ghost has insanely high luck. So I'm guessing that makes it so that the Ghost can technically get certain things. Okay, so technically we need to go to the right, so we can get And I mean, Silver Ring we could technically pick up because that's the good ring. That's the one that increases the duration of things. Oh, that thing moved the chest, right? Because that's, is that the blood astronomy effect? How much is our health now? 307k, 1.8. Laura's maxed out, that's good. Okay, and this is gonna be the final level of the greed if we pick up this mask before we... Okay, so that's a problem, that's the Muramasa location. We cannot get to the greed from here. Unless we go down here. Probably need to go. I'm doing stupid stuff there, so I took way too much damage there. I really want to get the... Okay. I mean, the thing is we're sacrificing up so many chests now here. Okay, so we're not even at 20 minutes yet, so this is actually looking pretty good actually here. Although we still need to level up that weapon. We need one more level of Canal Labrador though. No, because it's inside. Yeah, it's inside the base. Never remember. Okay, so this is it. Yes, this is it. It's the mask. And this will mean that our Muramasa will level up. Yeah, Muramasa will level up on this. And max health is by 5% each time with that thing. Oh, now we cannot get to that. Okay, no, he's still here. At least, okay. Guaranteed, right? Yeah, guaranteed to be. And now we can start self-healing, drains health. How many cards do we have? We have 2. Did it move? No. So, I mean, where's that gold? That gold should be around, it should be in the house. Yes, it's the one that's in the floor there. Yeah, right now I can see it. Alright. That's the last revive. Yeah, that's the last revive used up, which is a bit bad. So, I mean, we might not even survive them because of that. See, this is where garlic would have been great here. Target course will mean that we will have pretty great. Okay, so there's 3 more levels of Metallica, so that will be 5, 10, 15% more max health. And the question is, did we pick up the thing that gives us, like, you know, now technically we need the other metal go to get the clock thing. So we could technically start walking towards the other metal go already. The question, are we going to be powerful enough though? Because I mean, if there's only one weapon we can choose, like what would be the most powerful? Because we would have to think about what we could evolve. We could evolve the whip, which would be pretty decent. We could evolve Santa Water, we could evolve Lightning Ring. I know that we can evolve that, which is strange that that thing didn't get evolved. But it was either like that or the Muramasa was gonna level up. But yeah, I mean, we should be able to level up the ball things because that's the really important thing. Because leveling up or evolving that is the requirement for getting the thing right. For getting like the new character. I might have to go in peace after this though. This could be really bad. Oh. Now let's get the Silver Wind. Because the Silver Wind, of course, leveling up will lower the defense. This should be guaranteed, right, to be the, whatever this is. Good Eye Shuffle. Evolved 4 seasons, generous foundation, potion. Requires max panache. It did say the requirements there, actually, that's pretty good. Okay, we can get 1 more evolve. And technically 2 more evolves if we would get both the Silver Ring and the other thing. Garlic. Because I want to keep that reroll there. Metallica left, there we go. Oh yeah, this is finally becoming like really, really powerful now. And now we're... Okay, now we should be able to survive here and get like a lot of things. Right now we can just... Right, because we have enough movement speed, yeah, we have 6% now. So now we should have no problem like getting like... Now we should have no problem like leveling up the thing, I think. Because right, I wanna just focus on the metal gun now. So that's an just critical list of all critical damage. Just explosion, another explosion. When expire. So that would affect. That would only affect the pole weapon. Affected by curse. Reroll. Healing is doubled. So that's gonna make our healing now pretty insane. Because the recovery isn't showing the correct amount that we're actually getting here. It's metallurite. Every time we see metallurite now I'm gonna pick up metallurite. So we can try and get the thing. Because even if we're like taking a lot of damage or whatever, you know, it's a weird dealing so much damage now when this thing procs. Except because the cooldown is pretty bad. Okay, metallurite. Because see, now the metallurite isn't going to give us so much curse. Because we have not picked up both of the rings yet. The main problem is we leave one chest behind that we cannot get to. We can use farm here technically. Now I definitely want to level up the silver wind as well. But if we focus on this, basically the thing that's going to happen is that we have the lore already, we have the other thing leveled up. So that means that we're guaranteed, because we haven't leveled up the garlic or the thing yet. The other thing, the staff thing, it's the staff, you know. What curse? Was that egg? I think it was. Of course, we only have 20% curse now from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. So it's only 5% curse each time. So you know that's not that bad. And a chest. That was probably really bad for us to pick up. We should have actually avoided picking that up. But I really want to get to a point where I can defeat death on this stage. Okay, now we're in the super powerful form. Which of course sadly adds more curse. Metallurite. I could of course just go with a bunch of garlic and try to get evolved the garlic so we get more health regen. Because of course we can move super fast in this form. But yeah, because with this we can basically guarantee that our next level, if we get all of the metallurgists now, the next jet is guaranteed to give us the thing, to give us the armor, because at that point maximum damage we take is 10%, and that Tengu is going to be able to give us a chest. So once we defeat this Tengu and pick up the chest, we're going to be able to get it. Yes, because it's maximum level there. There's the chest. This is guaranteed to give us the robe. There it is, which is called Crimson Shroud, Evolved Laurel. Caps incoming damage at 10. Retaliates when losing charges. So yeah, so as long as you have the shield, I believe even if you lose the shield, it basically retaliates with the damage. Which is insane. Now that we have that and we have the clock lancet level up, now we only need to get to the gold bracelet and then up to the silver. Which might say, oh, that's going to be too hard to get to. But I do think we might be able to actually get those things in time. I did that so in case we get another chest. Okay, this is the gold one. Clock lancet. We're gonna need to get to where the silver one is though. Pretty much. because they're capping the damage to like only taking like 10 damage. I have 391 health, that's pretty good. I'm gonna be leveling up the garlic now though, because if we can also evolve the garlic, that's gonna be really good. Because I think this time around we're actually doing enough damage, because we're 68 already now. But you definitely want to get like in the, probably like, I mean if we choose the other boss character we could have just gained so many levels, you know. Oh, okay. There's a dead end kinda. Right, because you cannot go to the left there. No, wasn't it that we, last time we went up here, right, we managed to pick some kind of platform over here that led up there, like very, very quickly. Okay, that's a try thing. Some on the garlic. Right. There it is. I mean, now it's only going to be a bonus if we can take this up or not. The frame rate though, but that's probably because we're recording at the same time. Yeah, let's defeat the Hydra now. The main problem though is that we didn't see a lot of chests there towards the end. This is really bad in my opinion. Now he's in the superstone form. That's one egg as well. That's the garlic. Okay, that's because the heads are dying on it, that's why it's making that loud noise. There we go, that's the staff. That could have also been the other thing. Yeah, it's festive staff now. So it's a New Year's staff kind of. Okay, but we should be able to get garlic awesome. I think of course we want to get levels now as fast as possible here. Now we could technically also go over to the left here and hope we encounter more kappas. But yeah. Gold ring. Just gonna spam the gold ring first now. And then spam the silver. So many enemies. Yeah, we might stop after this recording though, depending on if we get it or not, you know. Because, you know, I think also with the first ghost, I did unlock it without using the code or whatever, you know. Because you can still use the code like after you have gotten the ghost. Although I believe if you get the ghost the legit way, yeah, this is where the kappas are. So technically I probably think that you need to go here to just farm the kappas and then you can farm them infinitely here till you get unlock. Because we probably want to go under 3 hours probably though. Oh, there is an attractor here somewhere. We picked it up now. Technically if that thing drops a chest, yeah, we would have to basically gain an insane amount of levels and then pick up the chest. and we could guarantee get the thing. So we're not gonna pick that up. Hopefully there is enough time left. Hopefully 2 minutes is enough to gain the levels we need. I mean, I'm pretty certain it is, right? Because once we did enough damage. The question is, how long will the kappas keep on spawning here? Because that's right now we're at 75% curse. Which is pretty insane. But of course, I believe we need both silver rings to be maxed out before that thing will even like evolve, right? Right, okay, and it needs level 9 now. So now there's only 9 levels of the silver ring left. But keep in mind, of course, that once we reach a certain amount of minutes, everything will be red crystals. Everything will be red crystals. The main problem is that we need this to not be the garlic though. This is a bad thing. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Eight, one more. We could also get really unlucky here and only have a 1 chest. Oh, garlic, god damn it. Okay, so we need another chest. Now we're limit breaking though. So now it's basically hoping that we get another chest from something and just sit still, pretty much. I am gonna start moving around soon though, because we need to pick up the things. Because we're almost at level 100 now. I mean, here's the thing, right? Basically everything is maxed out there, as you can see, and you see there 4, 2, 3, 2. That's how many extra levels they have. So yeah. The thing is, of course, is that if that would have been like an epic chest, then that would have guaranteed to give us the thing. I mean, there is a chest. Come on. Yes! Evil clock lands at half enemy's health. I mean, we're already guaranteed to survive death, that's the thing, right? Like, I knew that we were gonna survive death just because we're only gonna take maximal 10 damage. Technically, death is already here, I cannot even see him. There he is. Hello, death. Yeah, we defeated him already. See? That's how it is, it was defeat death. Boy. It is a bit sad that there couldn't be something unique here instead of just the deaths again. Okay, survive 50 minutes with many Moonspell, unlocked 4 seasons, unlocked Cioto. So Infinite Corridor costed 45 million because Infinite Corridor having their health. 2.2 million from Blood Astronomer. So 1.9k DPS from Blood Astronomer. 21.2k from Good Eye Shuffle with its 30 million damage. For season 1.9k DPS. So like certain things are way faster and stuff like that, so yeah. That's a pretty insane amount of levels though. I mean, it's just like level 100 to like 26,559 enemies killed. So you probably need to have curse on to get the thing, right? Yeah, that thing is just so expensive though. Starts with Hidden Night Sword. Morphs into a stronger version when his base weapon evolves. So that's just basically okay. So he wasn't super expensive though, Seoto. So yeah, so that's 3 of the characters so far. Yeah, and he got 9 golden eggs there, but just because of defeating, like, that's when you defeat all of the cloaked things, right? And you also get the, like, the death drops. So yeah, Seoto seemed good. Right, and then the next thing is gonna be like. The next thing now is gonna be like getting him to survive 15 minutes with him. Evolve the Summon Knight, sort of called, and that will unlock that. And then it's 15 minutes with her, and then evolve her robes, and then survive 15 minutes with him. Defeat 100,000 enemies in a single run with many a Moonspell and Seoto Moonspell. So they are specifically with those 2 characters. So I'm guessing this character, the Seoto, will also have like a power-up form that they would enter and stuff that. With 6,000 Kappa. And then the Mille Bolle Blue, which is the other thing. So we still only have 3 seals. So what did that cost? 47,000, okay, the next one. Yeah. So Kappa, 4,803. Yeah. For only one Moonspell. And all the enemies that are like yellow are the ones that you need to kill a certain specific amount of. But yeah. And of course I know I'm missing the 2 ghosts. And then technically also on if we choose Seoto here. What's his stats again? Okay, so that's Myung stats, 156, 104. This one is stronger. Has lower movement speed, has minus 10%, just like that thing. His might is 85 though. That's pretty insane. He has plus 40% duration, area minus 10, cooldown minus 5. Amount is plus 1, revival is plus 1. But some of them are more cost from things. And he gets more expensive the more stuff you have, yeah. Starts with a Hidden Night Sword. Oh man, that's actually pretty poggers though, to be honest. But I think that's actually gonna do it, man. It became so cold in here. Well, technically it's not really that cold, but I was used to having the pants on before. I mean, I have the shorts on now. But the thing is, I don't want to like put up the heat because, you know, the electricity is so expensive now because stupid ass Sweden. Stupid Sweden being stupid. Like making the electricity is like super expensive and stuff. But yeah, so the stage where I know that the final character otherwise would be is on, what is it? It's basically inlaid library, and then you need to select inverse inlaid library. Now, of course, technically, when you're like farming money, you technically want to do it with like Big Trouser, because Big Trouser has the thing that gives you, like, I think it gives you like an insane amount of. Why did I do that? Well, I have to do that with headphones and just put them on the charts. Because I mean, it doesn't affect, you know, it only affects, you know, hearing the game audio. So wait, right, so there's Big Trouser, gains 1% greed every level, Call of Duty will last longer, so he will be able to gain a shit ton of greed. His greed is already 70% at start there. The other thing is also that he starts with the candy box, so he can start with whatever weapon he wishes. There's also another interesting one, the Gyo Runton, which is the one that requires you to beat a certain thing with only one weapon pretty much. And stuff that, which I did with Gains Boros. So gains 1 curse every level, can find evolutions in any treasure chest, so you can early evolve weapons with that. But yeah. Pepino, oh wow. Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. No. I wonder if ever like some of the hidden characters are actually gonna get some. At least they're lucky there, you can look to see on the X-stats there. Luck is very high, but yeah. Så jag sunt double pass. Just the Sir Embryo gets more practice every 20 levels max plus 3. So that's a temporary amount bonus. Some of the old models are actually really cool on certain of the characters. But yeah. Kinda wish though that they are permanently like new things. Whatever, but yeah. But this makes sense, of course, that that's what they did this Corionia, and they did it the tiny bridge thing. By the way, this has been episode 3 of Vampire Survivors. Are we gonna do an episode 4 tomorrow? We might. I will of course check how much space did this take up now, going down from 15,000 bitrate to 10,000. Does that make it more so that, like, if the file size is like less than 40 gigs, like, I mean, the main problem is right when I record as long as, okay, the file size is really big, and sometimes it takes over 24 hours before you can watch it in really high quality, right? And sometimes it takes 48, but sometimes it has taken like shorter time and stuff like that, because it's really annoying when you have to wait like 24 hours before you can watch it in high quality. Sure, you can watch it in 360 when it first comes out or whatever it is, you know. I mean, at least it, like, they could make it so that somehow, I don't know if it's because of the HEVC format that YouTube maybe don't support the HEVC format properly, but if it doesn't support that format, then what the hell are they doing? Like, that makes no sense. Like, why not support that format? It becomes stronger and invisible for a fixed interval. Alright, and you're invincible actually when that happens. I forgot about that. When the space weapon evolves. So it morphs into a stronger version when his space weapon evolves. So maybe he, instead of this one, that becomes powerful when the fitting of ultimate demands, maybe that means that when he evolves his base weapon, whatever that means, that starts with the hidden, morphs into a stronger version. So how many levels does that require for him to morph? I'm guessing he morphs into that hulked out form or the werewolf kind of thing. Yeah, they're all called Moonspell. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, he starts with 50% curse though. So I'm guessing he's supposed to be kind of like Mr. Lama Ladona. This is supposed to be a girl, even though it doesn't look like it that much, to be honest. Because yeah, that one had some curse in the beginning as well. But yeah. Anyway, this has been episode 3, as I said, Vampire Survivors. It came out today, of course, the new stuff. But this is only, of course, 3 of the characters. Because they say, of course, that there's gonna be like, what is it, 8 total, right? Is that correct then? 8 total. If we go down to the very bottom here, I thought that goes about unlocking also one of the more banishes here. I know that also that if we go on the 5th and final boss, we unlock like Queen Sigma and stuff that you get a lot of cash via that, you know. But yeah, so that would be the 4th character, the 5th character, 6th character, 7th character, and 8th character. with Kappa. The question is, what are they gonna start with? Are they gonna start with just the evolved weapon that they start with? I'm guessing Megalomania, Megalocioto. Should that have Megalomania? So that's gonna be like Suns then. Megalocioto. But that's also count in endless run then, is the question. So yeah, but anyway, I'll see you all next time.